drop off a bonus video for you today. Let me get to it's starting to rain again. So guys, good morning. Actually, it's a lie. It's good afternoon. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead, and we've got something very important to talk about. So let's get started. Ginger, have you decided to join in the walking party? Huh? You gonna have fun, sister? Well, no, not sister. Sister's back there laying. Look, there's sister. Sister's taking a break. So, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to try to step back. It's rained all morning. Not too bad, but we did get some nice rain. Thank goodness. Now, it's cooled down a little bit, but it's still humid. So, anyway, I've come back up to check the barn this afternoon, early afternoon, and I'm trying to at least get in a quick walk. I'm trying to keep up with this. Got to keep going, guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now that I'm trying to choose my words very carefully here. Because the goal is not to upset you, to come across mad or irritated or ugly. It is an observation. And I'm very well aware that some folks will take this out of context or accuse me of something that I'm not doing, or I don't know. I just know how this type of thing goes for like one or two people that are watching right now. The rest of you are going to get it, and the rest of you are going to agree. So I'm assuming that the majority of you that are watching this video, not all of you, are not N-O-T, content creator of any sort. You do different things. But the reason I say that is because you may not pay attention to what I'm about to draw your attention to, or maybe so. And it's not 100% cut and dry, but I want you to be aware of this because I think this is a huge red flag. Massive red flag. And I think it will completely validate a lot of the things that you're saying or that you're seeing or that you're feeling or whatever. And that is that people are not preparing. People are waking up. I will give you that. How many? I don't know. Enough? No. In my opinion. Now, a lot of times people become aware of things and people do things silently. I agree with that. But here's what I'm basing. I feel like I've got cat hair or something on me. Here is what I'm going to be basing my loose opinion on. Not assumption, opinion based upon watching and gathering my own data, whatever. So I've been on YouTube 9 years, I believe it's today, 9 years. And over the years, my channel has grown. My channel has grown organically. I do not have a marketer. I don't have anybody springing my videos all over social media. It's just me, my little phone, and my little computer, and my office is the side of my couch in my den, okay? I don't have one of these businesses and organizations and employees and things with my YouTube channel or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. It's not my business. I'm just telling you, I have grown to the point where I'm at organically over years of doing this, okay? So... and I'm not really that big of a deal, but it's big enough, right? But I told James about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer, I said people do not pay attention to the videos that are actually teaching them a skill. And he was like, what? I said, if you look at the videos that I'm making and that people are making, I'm just talking from a homesteading perspective. The ones that are actually truly teaching you something, which are, what are those things? They can vary all across the board. I want you to pay attention to the views of those videos, typically, to the ones that are talking about political and social and health issues, and to the trauma and to the, I don't want to call it drama, because see, here's the thing, when you say it like that, when I say it like this, it sort of creates this illusion that all of these things are fake, and I don't believe that. I think there's a lot of really bad things going on deliberately that need to be discussed. They're happening to your children, they are happening to your mama, and they are happening to you, okay? I think that it is critical, and I talk about things. I've really become very vocal with a lot of things over the last 2.5 to 3 years, with a lot of social issues, political issues, because No matter how hard you try to stay out of politics, honey, politics sure does have an interest in you, and they love to strip you of your rights, and they love to make your life complicated, and by George, you're going to pay the tax, right? So, you know, since life has been very different since 2020, for me, and my channel is about our life experiences and the things that we're going through, this is why you have seen me be a little bit more vocal. Plus, I've gotten a little bit older. My children have gotten a little bit older, so I have different concerns. Yes, I have concerns when my boys are all over 18, but yet under 24. You know where I'm going with that. So yes, I have a lot of things to say. But here's the deal. I was watching a video, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago maybe. Like I said, I talked about this before with James. I've actually sort of complained about it not because I'm upset that you may not watch me how to make cornbread versus me talking about a political situation or a food shortage situation. I want you to watch what you feel comfortable to watch. No pressure. I'm just saying it was interesting to me that I've been talking about this privately a lot because it scares me, honestly. It scares me. It scares me as a mom, as a wife, as a Christian, as a YouTuber, as just a human being trying to survive, because I have my opinions and thoughts like a lot of you, and we share them together about all the things going on. And then I go, okay, that freaked me out. Now what do I need to do about it? What can I learn? How can I get better? How can I save more? How can I prepare more? People want to see the freak out action, but when it comes to putting their own rears to action, they're not doing it on the scale of the freak out videos. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Now, I'm not talking directly just to you, so don't take this personal. I'm just telling you my personal observation over a long period of time. MD Creekmore, who I enjoy his videos when I get a chance to watch them. He's another fellow YouTuber, he's an author, really good advice on preparedness and all the things going on right now. He is an East Tennessee guy, and so he gets extra bonus points for that. But he made a video a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember the title, but I was listening to it as I was working like right now. And he said pretty much the same thing. He said that, you know, he can put out a video about something that basically, now I'm paraphrasing, okay? So don't take me out of I don't mean to take anything out of context. I'm just paraphrasing. But he basically said the same thing. He was like, I can make a video, or I can do this, and I can put up, he specifically talked about, he can put out a link to his, like a free newsletter where it talks about preparedness. And so he can see, basically, if you click on it, he knows how many people see it versus actually reading it or whatever. And the percentage of people is like tiny compared to all the people he sent it to. He said it's like, basically the way that I'm taking it is basically what I'm saying. People want to know kind of what's going on to a point, but when it comes time to actually taking action, he questions if they're actually doing it. And that is a very scary thing. So when I heard him say that, I immediately told James, I said, I told you I'm not crazy. He's like, you sure? But this is what the point that I'm trying to bring to you that are actually watching this video. Those of you that are truly aware of all the stuff that's going on, and you guys that are actually trying to build a pantry, save a little bit of money, pay off debt, tell people what's going on, you know, learn skills, learn self-defense, understand what times we are in. We do not understand, by the way. We think we understand. I think I understand. I don't know Jack. You think you understand? Nah. And that's even scarier. The scary part of this whole thing is that we know how bad things could get on the flip of a dime. But the scary part is we have overall, we've never experienced it. So therefore you go, I know this is, so that makes me prepare harder. That makes me prep more because I realize my shortfalls in understanding the reality that could be coming. You know, here's the thing. How do you, go ask the people at CVS. Go ask the people at Yellow Freight that just lost all their jobs. All these people by the hundreds, if not by the tens of thousands on a daily, weekly basis that we are seeing now that are literally becoming unemployed. How are they going to replace that? Where are they going to go? They're going to go work in a hotel? You know, all the service sector jobs that are the majority of the jobs out there. So let's say you work at Yellow Freight and you make $60,000, $70,000 a year. I don't know. A lot of them may make more, maybe less, depending on how what the job was. I know that when James worked at Yellow Freight back in the late 90s and early 2000s, he was a part-time worker there because he was a student and trying to finish up his degree at the University of Tennessee. So, and you know, we were married and then I had a baby. But he worked part-time at night at Yellow, and at that time he was making $15 an hour. Man, we thought we had hit the mother lode. $15 an hour part-time work, man, that was, we were rich. We were. But my point is in today's world with all this inflation and all of these things and all these job situations, how are these people, men and women, going to be able to replace that? Now, some will, but not all. They're having their own personal apocalypse right now. I assure you, those people, regardless of what companies we're talking about, have sat back and went, man, I wish I didn't have any credit card debt. Man, I wish I hadn't gone to Acapulco and I had paid off my Discover card. Man, gosh, I wish I hadn't bought a new car a couple years ago. I probably should have paid off my student loan debt because now I got to pay it too. You know, do you see what I'm saying? The world does not have to come completely crashing down in order for you to experience your own Great Depression. And so therefore, all the skills that you can learn and all the things that you can be doing along the way could have very well saved these people in terms of their own disaster. Do I make sense? It makes sense. I just don't know if I'm saying what I need to say correctly. But this is what I'm scared of. This is what I know somebody's going to correct me there too and say, don't fear. The Lord says don't fear. You know what I mean. Okay? I understand that. God has a plan. I totally trust it. But I do worry about people because at the end of the day, while they can watch videos and read articles and have opinions and fight with people on Facebook and say all these things, and we can take up for Jason Aldean, and nothing wrong with all of that if that's what you choose to do. But how is your pantry looking? Did you watch my video showing you how to seed save anything? Do you grow anything? Again, I know you guys out there do. I'm talking to these individuals that frustrate me, that can talk a big game. They talk a lot. They read a lot. But when it comes time to actually paying attention and learning something and then physically actually putting it to action and working it, the question is, where are these people? So my assumptions here, my opinion here, my data here, you can argue is wrong. I mean, we can talk about the algorithm taking certain videos and pushing them out. I get that. But considering I have over 1,800 videos, and over time, some of the ones where I have taught certain things, cooking particularly, those tend to do pretty good, but it takes a long time. But if I were to put up something today that's like boom, bam, boom, it might get, depending on the situation and how the wind blows, you might get 100,000, 200,000. Some people can get 300,000 and 400,000 and 500,000 views in a day or two. Whereas if somebody sits down and goes, okay, in this video, I'm going to spend 40 minutes and I'm going to teach you how to trim hooves. I'm going to teach you how to plant corn. I'm going to teach you how to seed save. I'm going to teach you about raising goats. And by the way, we're going to make homemade crusty bread. All of these things in one 45-minute video. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, not always, but 9 times out of 10, the people aren't watching. You know why? Well, you know why. So I don't know how to change that. All I know is that I'm going to continue to talk what I'm concerned about, and then I turn around and I show you how we try to continue to do the best job we can to prepare and homestead, because my homestead, my homesteading, my skill sets, our livelihood in terms of these things, all the things we've done in terms of homeschooling. See, all the things that I'm doing is a reaction to this type of apocalypse. If you've watched my videos before, you're going to know that I lost my job in 2008. We were prepared for that. We got through just fine. But it changed our entire life dynamic. It taught me that, yes, being debt-free is so valuable. It taught me that the old skills that I had watched growing up as a child with my great-great-grandmother is the ultimate pull-through on hard times. I learned the value of saving $1 where and when I can. I learned the value of animal husbandry has to happen. I especially learned the value of getting my kids out of the demonic public school system, because it wasn't rolling that great 15 years ago, and we know how big of a hot mess it is now. So my how-tos, my why I do's are reactions to the Great Recession, if you will, of 2008. I learned the hard way that, holy cow, we got out of this because we at least were debt-free. I paid attention to that at least to prepare us for hard times. But in terms of growing a tomato plant, I hadn't done any of those things yet. I watched it my whole life as a kid. I participated with it with great and great-great-grandmothers and my papa all through my childhood. Watched it, participated with it, whatever. But to say that I was doing it on my own, I hadn't gotten there yet. And I got that kick in the butt. What I'm worried is while people are aware and while they're looking around and they may be concerned, they're not kicking themselves into gear. Tell me your thoughts. What are you seeing? What do you think? I mean, I'm not trying to be judgy here. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not complaining at all. I'm going to do the videos, talk the subjects, do the teaching, all the things, where and when and how. I've always done it on my own. On my own. Sorry, I had to do it. But what are you seeing? Because as time keeps on ticking and the opportunity is now to be prepared, is it too late? Or are people just not in it to win it? I don't know. I don't have that full answer. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Like, subscribe, and share. Y'all be good out there. Keep preparing, keep stacking things, keep paying off things. Stay calm. I know there's so much going on a daily basis now, it's not even physically possible for anybody to completely keep up with it. The time that we try to keep up with it is the time that we could be out here learning how to milk a cow or plant a fall garden or go get more items for your pantry. Learn to bake bread. Learn how to train yourself in self-defense. So see, we're all in that. And I know I'm awful. I love you guys. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think. Godspeed, and we'll see you on the next video.